Welcome to HB Live for our first cooking demo here at Hope Blooms in our new space. We're going to be doing a variety of cooking videos and gardening videos and just showing kind of some of the behind the scenes things that go on here at Hope Blooms. Today we are going to start off with a duo of bruschettas. So we're using our Hope Blooms dressings and marinades in these two bruschetta recipes. For this one, we're using the fresh basil pesto. Here we have some not in season winter tomatoes. This is obviously a recipe that works really well in the height of tomato season, but pick the ones you can, and it's nice to use a variety or what's available. We've got a nice vine ripe tomato I'm going to add in there. And we've got some really sweet little mini cherry tomatoes to add a little extra pop of color. To that, we're going to add a bit of fresh Parmesan cheese. This is a chiffonade of basil. Now what I mean by chiffonade, it's a great way to chop your leafy greens. You just take them and roll them up so that it makes it easier. This works great with lettuce or anything like that, and go down and give them a quick little slice up. And add those in there. And then of course some of our fresh basil pesto dressing. A little bit of sea salt, fresh pepper, give it a mix. This is a great way on a winter day to feel like you're not in the height of winter and bring back some of those summer flavors. Now grilling the bread isn't necessary, but I did have grilled bread for the bruschetta with the peaches for the next one, so I just went ahead and grilled for both recipes. Okay, now our tomato bruschetta is out of the oven. We're going to plate it up. It's always nice to build a little height when you're plating. So whether you want to serve up 2 or 3 pieces per person, we're going to add a little bit more of the basil dressing here. A few extra pieces of fresh Parmesan. And then a nice piece of basil from our greenhouse. And there we have a nice little tomato basil bruschetta made with Hope Blooms dressing. Now we're working on the peach and prosciutto bruschetta. We've got the grilled peaches over here. We're adding some herbed goat cheese to each piece to serve as the base with the peach and bruschetta. Peach and prosciutto bruschetta. Say that 3 times fast. Just gonna take our peaches and slice them up. These peaches are a little larger. Depends on the time of year and where they're coming from. So the recipe might say 2 slices of a quarter, but where these are quite large, it'll go a little further. Now we're gonna start building these guys up. It's not necessary, but it does add an extra pinch of flavor. I'm gonna add a little bit of fresh mint from our greenhouse onto the cheese. And these have a great kind of sweet and salty flavor with the peaches and the prosciutto. Now the peaches were just tossed in our Hope Blooms maple sage balsamic dressing before they were grilled to add a little extra flavor. Now here we have our prosciutto. We're just going to add a piece to each. Great, now we're gonna plate up these peach and prosciutto bruschettas. Again, like with the tomato, it's always nice to build the plate instead of having everything flat. We have some fresh arugula from the garden. Actually, sorry, from the greenhouse, it is winter. So I am gonna tuck a little of that in there. Add a little extra color. And the peppery taste goes really nicely here as well. Add a little bit of fresh pepper. And then an extra drizzle of the Hope Blooms maple sage balsamic dressing. So here we have our finished tomato basil bruschetta and our peach and prosciutto bruschetta. And this has been our first HB Live session. If you have any questions or comments, leave them and we will respond. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.